Now let's take a look at this chapter from JEE Main point of view. Okay, so 2 or 3 questions will be asked from this chapter. Generally, one from nomenclature, one from isomerism, and one from general organic chemistry. But which are the types of questions which have been asked again and again? So the most common ones are, so generally there will be a question on nomenclature. Then from isomerism, which are the types of questions? The question can be asked on conformers, keto-enol tautomerism, number of isomers, and whether particular compound is optically active or not. The question can be based on chirality and geometrical isomerism. Okay, but in case of general organic chemistry, the questions which are asked again and again are like, they can ask you about the strength of electrophile or nucleophile, okay, the stability of carbocation, carbanion, or free radical, and the question can be asked on acidic and basic strength as well. And generally, inductive, resonance, and hyperconjugation effects have been asked again and again. So these are the general type of questions which have been asked from this chapter again and again. These are the important types of questions. Okay, so if you know all these things, you'll be able to solve all these problems easily. Okay, now let's take a look at the important topics from JEE Main point of view. Okay, so if we take a look at important topics here, again the whole nomenclature is very important. Then here you'll have to know about conformational isomerism. Then keto-enol tautomerism is very, very important here. Then optical activity, chirality, geometrical isomerism, and the whole of stereoisomerism is very, very important. Okay, now from GOC, electrophiles and nucleophiles are very, very important because the questions can be asked on this in different ways. Okay, they can ask you about the strength of electrophiles and nucleophiles. They can ask you about, they'll give you 4 electrophiles and they can ask about the reactivity towards a particular reaction, which compound will readily react with in a particular reaction. Okay, so the questions, so this particular topic is very, very important. Okay, then the question can be asked on the stability of carbocation, carbanion, and free radicals. Okay, this is also very important. Now acidic and basic strength, this is very important. Okay, not even from JEE Mains point of view, for JEE Advanced point of view also, because the questions are asked again and again on acidic and basic strength. Now all the effects are also very important. They can ask you about the resonance structures, they can ask you about the inductive effect and hyperconjugation as well. The effect of all these on the stability of any compound. Okay, so these are the important topics from this chapter. And if we take a look at the previous years, in 2013 there was a question on carbocation, and again in 2013 there was a question on acidic and basic strength as well. In 2016 there was a question on optical activity. 2017 there was a question on resonance and stereoisomerism. Okay, so in previous years also the questions have been mainly asked from these topics. Okay, so these topics are very, very important. There have been questions on other topics as well, but not that regular. So these topics are very, very important from this chapter, so you have to go through it properly. And now let's do some problems on these topics.